Welcome back, everybody, to the Tennessee Titans franchise here on Madden 23. Today we've got a doubleheader here, starting with Week 10 at home against the Atlanta Falcons. And then Week 11 we head to Tampa Bay to face off against former Titans quarterback Ryan Tannehill and the Buccaneers. Before we start today's episode, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. If you're not watching on Thanksgiving, or if you don't celebrate it, then happy day, I guess. I hope you're having a good day. All right, so as we get to this matchup here against Atlanta, our Titans could really use a win. We've lost 3 games in a row, and we've got to get back on the win column before things spiral out of control. All 3 of our losses consecutively have been within 1 possession, but in all 3 games, we started down big and had to make a little comeback late. The Buffalo game being a perfect example. We were down 21-3 going into halftime, and we had a chance to win it at the end, only losing by 3 points. So we are still in first place in the division because just like us, everybody else in the AFC South is playing really bad football lately. Everybody in the division started off hot, and everybody has cooled off very quickly. Also in the last episode, we had a prospect profile on the running backs in this year's draft class. A very, very talented group of players. So again, if you missed that, make sure to check out the series playlist where all of the episodes of the series are located. This is just our 3rd home game of the season. We've only had 1 since week 1. Most of our games have been on the road, so it's going to be nice to return home here against the Falcons, who are certainly not pushovers. They're not a great team, but they're not horrible either. Kind of like the Falcons in real life, that they're just kind of there. Atlanta is led by the second-year quarterback Desmond Ridder out of Cincinnati, who's had a fine season this year. Him and our quarterback Malik Willis are linked together because, of course, they were in the same draft class and drafted around the same range. And I think they're both pretty equal in terms of production so far. They've got some fun players on offense with Cordell Patterson, rookie running back Benny Dixon. At wide receiver, they've got Juju Smith-Schuster, Drake London, Marvin Jones. And then at tight end, they have one of the most talented players at the position in Kyle Pitts, the 3rd-year pro out of the University of Florida. Madden has been kind of realistic with Pitts because Atlanta has no clue how to use him, just like in real life, which is really weird because last season he had over 1,000 yards. They have a solid defense as well with A.J. Terrell and Grady Jarrett. They have a pretty good offensive line, including first-round guard Stephon Fingard and second-round center Tommy Kent. So Atlanta's got strong play at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be hard for us without both Fletcher Cox and Mecole Hardman, who both got injured last week in the loss to the Bills. They're going to miss the next 3 games. So we're going to need some of our pass catchers to step up. I'm really excited to see what A.J. Redico can do. And then at defensive tackle, this is a big opportunity for the trade deadline acquisition, Christian Barmore, to show why we got him. So here we go, Week 10, the first of 2 games today between the Tennessee Titans and the Atlanta Falcons. The Titans have yet to play all 4 NFC South teams this year. Obviously, the Falcons and Bucks are today, and then the Saints and Panthers will be later in the season. The Titans have lost 3 in a row. They have not won since Week 5. Can they get back on the win column today? The Falcons open up with the football. It's a 2nd and 10, play action fake. Ridder looks to throw it. He has a wide open man downfield. It's Juju Smith-Schuster, the free agent signing from the last offseason, and he'll get 35. That was pretty bad coverage. Atlanta getting pretty close to the end zone, 3rd and 3. Pass is caught for a score by Drake London, the former top 10 pick at USC. A couple former USC receivers on this team with Juju and Drake London both coming from the University of Southern California. That pass is caught by Treylon Burks. He was not the intended target. Willis was trying to throw it to Derrick Henry, and he misfired, but luckily Burks was there to make the play. 3rd and 10, Willis under a lot of pressure, goes up the middle, and again, Treylon Burks makes a really good play to the ball. Not a perfect throw, although Willis did get hit, but Treylon Burks really making a nice play there. Burks has been a little bit disappointing this year, so it's good to see him looking good early on this drive. Hand off to King Henry here on 1st down, trying to break tackles, but momentum pushes him backwards for a loss of 2 as he's wrapped up by the veteran linebacker Deion Jones. 3rd and 12 now for the Titans. Willis looks to throw it, has time up the middle, and he'll go once again for Burks, who gets it to the 1. Treylon Burks has caught all 4 of Malik Willis's passes on this drive. He has been the go-to guy so far in this game. 1st and goal now to 1. Willis calls an audible, thinking the Falcons are expecting a run, but Atlanta reads the play perfectly as Cameron Curl gets the sack in the backfield. That's about as bad of a play as you could have asked for. The Titans losing 15. Now 3rd and goal at the 7. Willis connects with Burks for the touchdown. 6 catches, 80 yards, and a score for Treylon Burks on that drive. That's like, what, 20 PPR fantasy points on one possession? I'm pretty sure 80 receiving yards is a season high for Treylon Burks, and he did it in one drive. That'll wrap up the first quarter, 7-7. Pretty slow-paced game so far. Both offenses taking their time, driving down the field methodically. As Ritter has an open man deep, it's the veteran Marvin Jones who gets it to the 25. Jones has spent his last 2 seasons in Jacksonville, one of the Titans' big rivals. 3rd and 1, handoff for Cordarrelle Patterson, and he is smothered in the backfield. A number of defenders there, including Caleb Farley, and the rookie, number 72, Jordan Ruffin, drafted in the 3rd round out of the University of South Florida. So that'll bring on the field goal team. It's a 34-yard attempt for Younghoe Koo, and he will split the upright. So the Falcons make it a 10-7 ball game. Titans have it back at the 25, coming off a good first drive. Willis looks to throw it. He goes short. Pass is caught by the rookie, A.J. Redico, with a nice move, and he'll get out of bounds for a gain of 21. Redico was drafted in the 5th round out of Auburn. Really talented young player. I'm excited to see what he can do with more reps here these next few weeks with no McCole Hardman. Handoff for Derrick Henry. He's been pretty quiet today, but Henry gets his best run of the afternoon as he will gain 33 yards. Good gain for King Henry, who of course has been a little bit disappointing this season, showing signs of age. Hopefully he can have a good performance today. 3rd and 4, Willis misfires, trying to connect with Scotty Pickens, the Titans' top draft pick out of Arizona. So that'll bring out the field goal team, a 45-yard try here for Fat Randy, and the kick will go through. So the Titans tie it at 10. Both teams are pretty much playing copycat. One team scores a touchdown, the other responds, same with the field goal. As Ritter is sacked on 1st down, Jordan Elliott is in the backfield along with Harold Landry for half a sack. That was mainly Elliott making the play, getting some extra snaps, with Christian Barmore suffering a minor injury back in the 1st quarter. 3rd down, Ritter up the middle, pass is caught by London, but he will not get the 1st down, only gaining 14 yards. Roger McCreary brings him down, and that'll bring out the punt team with 3.5 to go in the 1st half. A lefty punter and a damn good punt as well. Can it stop? It will not. It rolls into the end zone. A lucky break there for the Titans. That could have been real bad. Let's go to the 2-minute warning now. Tennessee has it at the 36, looking to take the lead here before halftime. Willis looking to throw it here on 1st down under pressure, and he is sacked. A couple defenders in the backfield, including Jabari Zuniga. 2nd and 14, Willis looking up the middle as a wide open man. It's Scotty Pickens who gets it to the 45. Great to see Pickens continuing to play very good football as a rookie. Willis misfires on 3rd down for Derrick Henry, so that would end up finishing the drive as the Titans would punt it. Atlanta looking to take the lead before halftime, but Cordarrelle Patterson loses 3. Hit hard behind the line of scrimmage, I believe, by Harold Landry, as the Falcons call a timeout, making it a 3rd and 13. Gotta think Atlanta's going to run the ball and make Tennessee burn one of these timeouts. So clearly the Titans want to get the ball back and score, but they're going to have to do it without any timeouts. So it's certainly going to be a challenge with around 20 seconds here, 2nd and 10. Willis under pressure has to avoid the sack, and he does. Willis with his legs will run out of bounds at the 48-yard line. So now the Titans are in position for a quick pass and maybe a Hail Mary. Willis tries to escape the pressure, and I don't think Tennessee's going to score here as time winds down. And that'll wrap up the 1st half. We've got a close one here. 10-10 is your score. Very evenly matched start here for both of these teams. The Titans open up with the ball in the 2nd half, so we'll see what they can do. Let's take a look at our halftime report around the rest of the league. Take a look at what's going on in some of the other Week 10 games here as we start down in South Beach. The Colts have lost 4 in a row, trying to get back on the win column, and they're certainly looking like they have a lot to play for here today. Jimmy Garoppolo's off to a nice start, including this nice touchdown pass for Jonathan Taylor, as the Colts are up big, 27-7 against the 2-6 Miami Dolphins. Tua's really not playing all that well this season after having a great season last year. The Dolphins did draft Jackson Kayuma, the quarterback out of Arkansas, in the 2nd round this year. We'll see when he gets some PT. The Jags and Texans battle it out in Houston, an AFC South clash. So far, it's the Jags looking good. Trevor Lawrence with a beautiful touchdown throw here for Laviska Shenault, who already has 85 receiving yards in the 1st half. 28-7. All about the Jags here, looking to get back on the win column. If the Texans lose and the Titans win, then Tennessee would get sole possession of first place in the division. And finally, in the Windy City, the Minnesota Vikings have not won a game this year, but they are on top with a late first half rushing touchdown by Rambo Lumpkins, the rookie wide receiver out of the University of North Carolina, the top receiver drafted off the board. The Vikings are 0-8, trying to get win number 1 against the also struggling 2-6 Chicago Bears. Both of these teams currently down in the dumpster in the NFC North with the Lions and Packers ahead of them. So as we go into the second half, it's been a really even game so far. Hopefully the offense can be a little bit more explosive. We've had some good drives, but we just really haven't had any major plays of substance. The defense has been pretty solid, especially in the second quarter. As the Titans open up with the ball, 3rd and 9, short throw for Scotty Pickens, and he'll get the first down, gaining around 18 yards. Pickens continuing to show his great ability after the catch. Now from the 42, Willis looks to throw it here on first down, looking for the sticks, and it is caught by Burks. Treylon Burks, what a catch, mossing a defender. He's at around over 100 yards, I believe, at this point. 3rd and 6, now at the 12. Can the Titans find the end zone and take a 7-point lead? Willis going to look to scramble with it, hoping he can get a throw on the run. He does! It's Robert Woods with the score, and Tennessee is back on top. Bobby Trees with the touchdown, and it's now 17-10. Great throw on the run by Malik Willis, one of his better throws this season. So Atlanta's now down by 7, their biggest deficit of the day. Ritter here on 3rd and 4, goes up the middle, and the pass is caught for a first down to the 44-yard line. Good play after the catch by the veteran Marvin Jones. 3rd and 4, now at the 38, about 2 minutes left here in the quarter. Ritter looks to throw it, backs up in the pocket, and he connects this time with Juju Smith-Schuster, who gets it to the 25. Atlanta's moving it nicely here. They're giving a good response after the Titans obviously started the quarter off with a score. Short throw for Drake London coming out of the backfield, and he loses 5. I'm not really sure why they're lining Drake London out as a running back, but okay, you do you, Atlanta. 3rd and 14, Ritter under pressure, and he is sacked. Juan Thornhill makes the play. Ritter didn't really lose too much there, so Atlanta's still going to be in field goal range. But it's going to be a 47-yard try here for Younghoe Koo to make it a 4-point game, and that kick is good. 17-13, Titans hold on to their lead here through 3. We've got ourselves a good one here in Nashville. Can the Titans snap their 3-game losing streak here with a win? They've just got to hold on here in the 4th quarter. Titans are going to start things here at the 3rd and 8. Willis under pressure, and he is sacked to quickly end the drive. Jabari Zuniga once again in the backfield to bring down the quarterback. That'll force a punt, and Atlanta gets the football, and now the Falcons have an opportunity to take the lead. Play action fake. Ritter on first down is sacked. David Long flying into the backfield, blowing by Cordell Patterson, and finishing the play there for a loss of 8. Now a 3rd and 16 here for Atlanta. This could be a big stop for the Titans. Both pass rushes off to a great start here in the 4th quarter. As Ritter looks to throw it, he's going to have Juju Smith-Schuster, who breaks away from Fulton and is popped by Byard, but not before getting the first down. Christian Fulton really should have made that play there. Even if he let Juju catch the ball, you got to stop him shy of the first down marker. So that's not a very good play by Fulton, the impending free agent. 2nd and 2 now at the 44. Ritter looks to throw it. Short pass is caught towards the sideline, and that one will move Atlanta to the 25. It's the rookie tight end, Emeka Uwuzie, drafted in the 4th round out of the University of Alabama. 2nd and 10. Ritter looks to throw it, and he's picked off. Caleb Fairley with the interception, his 2nd in as many weeks. A big turnover here for Fairley, and the Titans are going to get the football back. So now Tennessee has another opportunity here to chew some clock, try to win this football game. Good run up the middle for Henry, but he lost it, and it's picked up by Atlanta. Nasir Adderley recovers the fumble, so both teams trade off turnovers within a matter of plays. That was Nasir Adderley with the force and the recovery, the former Delaware safety. And that ball was clearly out. No need for a review. A massive turnover for Atlanta, and I guess we're back to square one. 3rd and short. Nice throw here. Pass is caught by the tight end Kyle Pitts. He's had a pretty quiet day, but he does get around 10 yards. Now from the 11, 3rd and 5. Ritter looks to throw it. Short pass is broken up. Good work by the defense to stop that pass from being caught. It was Fulton who made the play. Atlanta's going to go for it here, 4th and 5 at the 11, and Ritter is sacked. Bud Dupree and Harold Landry with a huge play in the backfield. Caleb Fairley there as well. And now the Titans have another opportunity to finish the game. Willis up the middle with a great throwing catch by Treylon Burks, bringing the Titans to the 46-yard line. Clock is ticking. Last play before the 2-minute warning is a short throw for Reddick with blocks. Rocket Reddick brings it to the 22. And now Atlanta's going to have to start calling their timeouts. You'd presume a touchdown on this drive from the Titans probably ends the game. 3rd and 3 from the 15. Willis hands it off for Henry, and he stumbles shy of the first down marker as Atlanta calls a timeout. You could go for it here and try to end the game. A first down would clinch it for Tennessee, but they don't want to do anything stupid. They're going to kick the field goal. They trust their defense to get a stop. You know, Atlanta's only had 3 points in the second half, so I think the Titans are right to trust their defense to finish off the game here up by 7. What a catch on 2nd and 4 by Drake London, who does an unbelievable job of keeping both feet in bounds. Now 2nd and 10, under 1:20 to go. Ritter under pressure, sacked again. David Long with his second QB takedown in the quarter. 3rd and 18. Ritter has time, has all day to throw it, makes a peanut butter jelly sandwich in the pocket, throws it up, and it is caught inside the 10 to the 7 by Juju Smith-Schuster. 1st and goal, 20 seconds to go. Atlanta still with a timeout, and they're not going to need it. It's a touchdown for the Falcons. Emeka Iwuzie ties the game up for Atlanta at 20. The rookie out of Alabama, a player who the Titans wanted to draft, is the one who ties it for the Falcons, and it looks like this game is headed to overtime. Have we had an overtime game yet in this series? I don't think we have. So as you guys know, tails never fails, and unfortunately, Atlanta knows that. They call tails, they win the toss, and they will start with the football. So this means that Atlanta, if they score a touchdown on this drive, they win the game, and the Titans won't get an opportunity with the ball. The overtime period will last 7 minutes long, and if the game remains tied at the end, then we will end in a tie. There have not been any ties so far this season in the NFL, so maybe that'll change here. 2nd and 5 for Atlanta. Ritter looks to throw it, connects up the middle with Marvin Jones for a solid gain of 15 yards. Desmond Ritter really spreading the ball around today. Really all of the receivers, other than Kyle Pitts, have gotten involved in this one. 3rd and 1 now for the Falcons. They're moving it slowly but efficiently. The first down marker is not on the field for whatever reason. As Atlanta just continuing to move the chains. They're going to do it again here, although the receiver doesn't get much, and he's hit hard by Bud Dupree. The Falcons are just really efficiently moving this ball nicely, trying to find the end zone. And even if they don't score a touchdown, big play there by Juan Thornhill, even if the Falcons don't get a touchdown, the Titans are not going to have a lot of time with the football, so that could lead to trouble. 2nd and 15, Ritter backs up in the pocket under pressure from Epeneza, and he'll eventually be sacked by Zach Cunningham. That might move Atlanta out of field goal range. It's 3rd and 18. The Titans are playing full prevent defense here, so they're more worried about Atlanta not getting the first down rather than them staying in field goal range, and it's not going to matter because Ritter's pass is incomplete anyway. Certainly not a gimme. This kick from 54 yards out for Younghoe Koo. He's 2 for 2 so far today. This kick is up, and it is no good. Short and wide to the left. So the Titans are going to get it back, and all they need to do is score points of any kind to win the football game. 2:22 on the clock. 1st and 10. Handoff for Rocket Reddick with room. Reddick down the field. I'm going on a trip in my favorite rocket ship to the end zone. Ball game over. Rocket Reddick, the rookie out of Minnesota, wins it in overtime for Tennessee. A 56-yard run by the 6th-round rookie. The Titans' drive lasts just one play, and Reddick ends it for the Titans as the 3-game losing streak is snapped. What a run by Rocket Reddick to win it for the Titans, 26-20 in overtime. Oh my goodness, what a game, what a fight, what a finish. The losing streak is over, and the Titans are back a game above 500, defeating Atlanta 26-20 in overtime. This game nearly could have been a tie, but Rocket Reddick had other plans. big win here for Tennessee. Hopefully we can keep the momentum going within the next few weeks, particularly this next game against the Bucs, which is coming up next in this episode. So don't go anywhere because that's up next. Let's take a look at the box score here for this game first against Atlanta. Really hard-fought game. The Falcons are certainly not an easy out. Both quarterbacks were pretty decent. I thought Desmond Ridder was a little bit better than Malik Willis overall, but Willis didn't turn the ball over, so that's good. We ran the ball pretty well. Obviously, Rocket Reddick with the play of the day, a 56-yard game-winning touchdown. In the receiving game, Juju Smith-Schuster and Treylon Burks led the way. Burks might have had the best game of his career, particularly on that first drive. He was really impressive. The defense, I think, was really solid. We sent pressure. We had the big interception by Fairley, which was essentially negated by the fumble from Nasir Adderley. And then Younghoe Koo missing the field goal in overtime proved to be a big deal. Even though we scored a touchdown anyway, Koo's miss gave us really good field position, which ultimately led us to winning the game. As we take a look at the scores around the league, the Minnesota Vikings finally win a game. Good for them. The Rams lose to the Eagles. That's good news because, as you guys know, we own the Rams' first-round pick. Players of the week, Marcus Mariota, Mac Jones, Nick Bosa, and Logan Ryan. What an odd group. So that'll bring us to our Week 11 matchup on the road in Tampa against the 5-4 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, led by former Titans quarterback Ryan Tannehill. It's going to be a revenge game for Tannehill, who was acquired by the Bucs in the offseason for a second-round pick in this year's upcoming draft. I think Malik Willis is going to have a chip on his shoulder, too. He wants to prove people, and specifically the Titans, right, that they chose him over Ryan Tannehill to be their guy. Before the game, we would talk with our assistant GM in a little prospect spotlight. I thought it would have been about a player who we haven't gone over yet, but it's about quarterback DeAndre Smith. Now, I'm not sold on Malik Willis being the long-term guy. DeAndre Smith currently projected to go in the mid-rounds, although with how he's playing this year, 33 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, I'm not sure he's going to make it to the middle rounds. Certainly going to be interesting to see how the rest of the quarterback board shakes up. But anyway, back to the game this week against the Bucs. Tampa Bay started 3-0, but they've gone cold ever since. They have a big interdivision game next week against New Orleans, so this could kind of be a trap game for them. The Buccaneers are, of course, led by Ryan Tannehill, as we talked about earlier. Tannehill started the year off red hot. Ever since then, he's kind of cooled off. Not to say he's been bad. He's been very Ryan Tannehill-esque. Very solid, an above-average starting quarterback, but not much more than that. They've obviously got some great weapons in here with Fournette, Evans, and Godwin. I'm also curious to see the undrafted rookie wide receiver Caden Reed as well. They've got a really good offensive line. They've got some good rookies with corner Seattle Jackson and linebacker Nick Brown. So it should be a fun one here on the road in Tampa against the Ryan Tannehill-led Buccaneers. This is a game that we've had circled on the schedule really since the start of the season, and I imagine Ryan Tannehill probably has mutual feelings. He kind of wants to get revenge on the Titans, and Tennessee wants to prove themselves right and beat their former starting quarterback. So it should be a fun one. Which team will improve to 6-4? Will it be the Titans or will it be the Buccaneers? Tampa Bay opening up with the football. 2nd and 10 here for the Bucs. Tannehill, the play-action fake. He looks to throw it, and it is intercepted. Kevin Byard picks it off. I know Ryan Tannehill is used to throwing it to Titans players, but goddamn, dude, we're 8 seconds into the game, and he's already thrown it to a Titan. Ryan Tannehill hasn't started a game in Tennessee for a good year. He got benched around this time last season for Malik Willis, so you'd think he'd be used to it by now, but I guess not. Titans with it, 3rd and 4. Derrick Henry does not get anything, wrapped up by Antoine Winfield Jr. That'll make it a 4th and 3, a 51-yard field goal try, but not so fast. It's a fake. Chigo Okonkwo keeps it, and he does not get the first down, only gaining 2. Tennessee tried to catch the Buccaneers off guard, but Tampa Bay was ready for it. So the Bucs had the ball back. Ryan Tannehill, of course, throwing an interception on his first pass. His second pass is caught by Mike Evans, and he's going to take it 68 yards to the house. So within the first minute and a half of the game, we have an interception, a failed fake field goal, and now a 68-yard touchdown. The funniest part about this is it was nearly picked off again. Ryan Tannehill tried to throw it to Caleb Fairley, but Mike Evans does such a great job of ripping the ball out of his hands and taking it to the house. So Ryan Tannehill is literally throwing it to the other team. Titans with it back. Big run by Alec Bostic, the undrafted rookie out of Fresno State University, bringing it to the 28-yard line. Titans certainly hoping to set the tone on the ground here against a really good Buccaneers defense. Willis up the middle, gets it over to Scotty Pickens. He'll get 20, and Tennessee has it inside the 10-yard line as they look to tie this game up here in the red zone. First and goal at the 7. Willis looks to throw it under pressure, and he is sacked. Vita Vea, the big nose tackle, is in there for the QB takedown, and Willis will lose some yardage. Third and goal from the 11. Willis will just look short for Foster Moreau, hoping to get something after the catch, and he kind of does, gaining 8, as Shaq Barrett is hurt on the play. Tennessee has an interesting decision here, 4th and goal at the 3, but after not taking the points on the last drive, you just got to get on the scoreboard. So even if they, in a vacuum, should have gone for it, you can't have 2 field goal tries where you don't score. So Tennessee is on the board. It's now 7-3 as the Bucs have it back. Good run up the middle by Leonard Fournette, his first touch in the game. The Bucs are really trying to focus on the pass so far. They're trying to have Ryan Tannehill beat the Titans himself. And as we know, Tannehill's not really the guy capable of doing that. But he is having some nice throws here, connecting with Mike Evans. So now he knows he has to throw it to his new team rather than his old team. It took him a little while to figure that out. 3rd and 4 up the middle. Pass is caught by Caden Reed, the undrafted rookie out of Duke. Now, he's not your ordinary undrafted free agent. He's a 73 overall with a hidden development trait. One of the best undrafted rookies in the class. And he could be their wide receiver 3 long term. Cade Otton, the tight end, gets it to the 12 before getting decked by Juan Thornhill. Still a nice gain for Otton as the Bucs are closing in on the end zone. 3rd and 10 from the 12. Tannehill alone in the backfield. The Bucs running 5 wide. Tannehill under pressure, looks for the corner of the end zone, and it's broken up. Good defensive stop by Thornhill, and that'll lead the Bucs to sending out the field goal team. Their kicker wears number 20. Why, I really couldn't tell you. Kick is up, and it's blocked! Roger McCreary got a hand on it, and the Bucs will be left off the scoreboard. That's the Titans' second field goal block in the last 3 weeks. Cardell Simpson had one a couple weeks ago against Buffalo. 7-3, your score through 1 as we go into the second. It's a 3rd and short. Henry with the handoff gets the 1st and more. Derrick Henry up the middle, stumbling for a gain of 20. His best run so far of the ball game, as the Titans appear to be moving it pretty nicely. 2nd and 10 at the 36. It's a handoff for Rocket Reddick, the hero last week, cutting through tackles, and Reddick is gone! 36-yard touchdown. This is not your ordinary 6th-round pick, folks. Rocket Reddick is special. His ability to weave through defenders is unparalleled, and then in the open space, you're not catching up to him. What an unbelievable run by Rocket Reddick, just blowing by multiple defenders left and right. I've always viewed Reddick as a really good change of pace back, and I think he's been exactly that. But if he can get more consistent rushing ability, maybe he could be this team's long-term replacement for Derrick Henry. Bucs trying to get something going here, but Evans loses 2 on the short pass. Caleb Farley with a hard hit in the backfield, forcing the loss of yardage, and it's now a 3rd and 12 here for Tampa Bay. Tannehill looks to throw it. He's going to go short for Fournette, but David Long is right there to bring him down after just a gain of 6. The Bucs look good in the first quarter, but I feel like the block punt really energized the Titans, and they've been great ever since. 2nd and 2. Willis down the sideline. He is pushed out by Logan Hall, but not before getting 13 yards. Again, now past the 50. 3rd and 1. Willis under some pressure, and he connects with Scotty Pickens. He'll bring it to the 33-yard line. A nice gain for Scotty. Now the Titans have it in the red zone. 3rd and 10 at the 20. Short pass for A.J. Redico, and he is well shy of the first down marker as Taylor Lewan is hurt. He's already missed some games earlier in the season, so that's certainly not ideal. 32-yard field goal trying for Randy Bullock. The kick is good. In fact, Randy will double the Titans' lead as it is now 13-7. The Buccaneers' offense has done virtually nothing today other than the big play by Mike Evans. As on first down, Tannehill's pass nearly intercepted. Oh, it is intercepted. Caleb Farley picks it off, and the Titans are going to get it with great field position. Farley now has 3 consecutive games with an interception. Ryan Tannehill is still programmed to throwing it to the Titans. Now, Tennessee is not going to do anything on the drive. Willis is sacked on 3rd down by Vita Vea. Tennessee, knocked out of field goal range, would ultimately decide to punt it. So now the Bucs get it back, only down by 6, moving it nicely. It's now a 3rd and 11. Tampa Bay down to 1 timeout here at the 48-yard line with 54 seconds to go. Tannehill drops back to throw. It is a wide open man up the middle. It's Tyler Johnson who breaks away from Byard and Fulton and is finally wrapped up at the 11 by the rookie Cardell Simpson. A big play for Johnson. Now the Bucs are down to 17 seconds and they call their timeout. I don't really know what Coach Todd Bowles was thinking. The Bucs were ready to run another play. Now if this ball is tackled in the field of play, they may not score, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Tannehill throws a check down because he's an absolute goddamn moron throwing it in the field of play with no timeouts, and thus the Bucs will not score. That is some of the worst clock management I think I have ever seen, and I've had to endure a year and a half of Dan Campbell called Lions games. Love you, Dan. 13-7 your score here at halftime. Let's take a look at our halftime report around the rest of the NFL, starting off with one of our divisional foes. The Jacksonville Jaguars, coming off a good win last week, head up to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots, and Jacksonville's keeping the momentum rolling. Today it's James Robinson off to a good start with 2 touchdowns as Jacksonville leads 21-14 against the mighty 7-2 New England Patriots. The rookie out of South Carolina, Bryson Smith, with 2 first-half touchdowns for the Pats. But if Jacksonville can hold on, that'd be a big win on the road against one of the best teams in the AFC. Next up, let's take a look here at an NFC versus AFC matchup. Seattle taking on Cleveland. This has been a very one-sided start so far. The Seahawks looking great. Jalen Hurts having himself a day, connecting with DK Metcalf for a score. 14-0 Seahawks ahead of Cleveland. The Predator, Deshaun Watson, with 2 first-half interceptions, not playing all that well. Man, that really, you hate to see it, man, right? Deshaun Watson not playing well. Boo-hoo. And then the last game here, we've got the Saints and the Colts, a rematch of Super Bowl 44. And, well, so far, just like in that Super Bowl, the Saints are playing pretty well. Jameis Winston off to a great start here, as the Saints are currently on top 24-14. Jimmy Garoppolo's off to a nice start with 2 passing touchdowns, both caught by Nelson Aguilar. The Colts certainly hoping for a win. Next week, Tennessee plays against the Colts on primetime, I believe, Monday Night Football in Tennessee. So as we go into the second half, the team's playing fine. We have the lead. We do start with the football, which is certainly encouraging, but it hasn't necessarily been a pretty half of football. Certainly want to focus on the pass game. Obviously, we're going to run it a lot, and we have been running it pretty well. And then defensively, the Bucs haven't even tried to run the ball, so why focus on that? Here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10, Willis is sacked. It's Vita Vea again, who has 2.5 sacks today. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka also in the backfield. 3rd and 12, Willis backs up in the pocket, hit by Tryon-Shoyinka as the pass is incomplete. So the Titans do nothing on their opening possession, and the Bucs get it back here with a 3rd and 9 at the 33. Tannehill looks to throw it under pressure, incomplete. Looked like that was McCreary who got a hit in the backfield. McCreary blocked the field goal back in the first quarter. Good start defensively for both teams, forcing a pair of punts within the opening minute and a half of the quarter. Willis goes short, pass is caught by Rocket Reddick, showing off his ability in the receiving game. Man, Rocket Reddick looks like the real deal. He has been fantastic for this team. 2nd and 1, Willis trying to escape the pressure, trying to do hero ball as he loses it. And thankfully it's picked up by one of the offensive linemen. So that could have been really bad. 3rd and 4, handoff for Derrick Henry, has room to the left side, and he'll get the first down after all. So Malik Willis's near catastrophic turnover proves to not be too big of a deal. From the 43, it's a play-action fake. Willis backs up in the pocket, threading the needle into the hands of A.J. Redico. There was like 4 defenders in the area, but the rookie Redico is ultimately able to come down with it. Good throw and catch. 2nd down, Willis is picked off. So right as he makes a good throw, he then makes a bad one. Nick Brown, the 2nd-round rookie linebacker out of Vanderbilt, picks it off. Why is he wearing number 30? I couldn't tell you. But that's a nice play by Brown, more known for his ability to make plays in the run game and as a pass rusher. Tannehill nearly picked off on 3rd and 10, so the Bucs do nothing off of the turnover. And the Titans get it back here on 3rd and 15. Willis trying to outrun Barrett, and he cannot. Shaq Barrett with the sack, more like Sack Barrett, forcing a loss of 15. Both offenses look utterly dreadful so far in the second half. Bucs hoping to change that. Tannehill goes short for Cade Otton, who gets 7 or 8, but we have a flag, and it's going to be a roughing the passer on A.J. Epinezi. Can't hit the quarterback late, and, I mean, silly mistakes like that is going to move the Bucs closer to the end zone, and with how well the Titans' defense has played really the entire game, you certainly don't want to see that.
Tyler Johnson hauls it in here on 3rd and 9. He'll bring it to the 12 for a gain of 19 yards. Following play, 1st and 10. Buccaneers in the red zone looking to take the lead back as it's a handoff for Lombardi. Lanny balls out, and it's picked up by Epineza. Okay, that whole play just looked wrong. I don't know if that ball was out, and as we look at the replay again, he is clear as day down. I don't need to tell you that this play was reviewed and reversed because that was pretty obvious. A massive break for the Bucs. They'll keep the football. 2nd and 7 at the 9. Can they punch it in and take the lead as Tannehill floats it up for Mike Evans, and he comes down with the touchdown as Byard is unable to make a play on the football. And the Buccaneers lead 14-13 here late in the 3rd quarter. This has been an ugly game. Both of these teams, particularly on offense, do not look good. The saving grace for the Titans has been the run game. Derrick Henry with a good play to the 49-yard line. And so that would pretty much wrap up the 3rd quarter. Both offenses doing a great job of shooting themselves in the foot. The Buccaneers lead by 1. We'll see if Tennessee can make a nice little comeback here in the 4th quarter as they try to get their 2nd consecutive win. 3rd and 8, Willis looks in the pocket, and he will go short for Scotty Pickens, who is just shy of the 1st down marker. Devin White and Zion McCollum are there to make the play. 4th and 1 at the 42-yard line. You're not really in field goal range. You're not really in punting territory. Let's go for it. Handoff up the middle for King Henry, and he got it. Wrapped up by Vita Vea, but not before getting 6. A good conversion for King Henry. And now Tennessee's getting pretty close to the red zone as they look to take the lead. Willis under some pressure here on 1st down. He gets it to Treylon Burks with room. Burks in the end zone for a touchdown. Treylon Burks, his 2nd consecutive week with a score. The Titans are going to go for 2, try to take a clean 7-point lead. And they're going to do exactly that. It's the rookie, Rocket Reddick, with the 2-point conversion. And it's now 21-14. A great drive for the Titans as they score 8 and are now up by 7. So now it's time for the Buccaneers to respond. They've had the ball for about 4 minutes so far, moving the ball down the field very slowly and methodically as it's a 3rd and 8. Tannehill looks to throw it. Under pressure, heaves it deep, and it is picked off. Cardell Simpson with the interception. Simpson has blocks. There he goes down the field. Mike Evans going to try to catch him, and he will not. A pick 6 for the rookie, Cardell Simpson, and the Titans take a 2-score lead. Cardell Simpson with his 2nd touchdown in the last 3 weeks. He had the block kick against Buffalo, and now a pick 6 against the Bucs. Ryan Tannehill has now thrown 3 interceptions today. This one taken back by the rookie Cardell Simpson, who continues to be such a standout on this Titans defense. The Bucs are down by 14 as Cade Otton drops it on 3rd and 3. And now the Buccaneers are going to be forced to go for it here on 4th and 3. Tannehill looks short, pass caught by Chris Godwin, and so the drive will keep going. I have not said Godwin's name once today, by the way, and as he makes another catch. But Cardell Simpson has locked down Godwin today. This is Simpson's first full game playing on the outside, and he has shut down one of the 10 to 15 best receivers in the league. Caden Reed brings it to the 19-yard line. Bucs are moving it well. 3rd down and 9 here for Tampa Bay. Tannehill has time in the pocket, now under a little bit of pressure. Floats it for the end zone, and it's picked off. Caleb Farley with the interception. So if you've been counting at home, that is 4 interceptions thrown today by Ryan Tannehill. Farley ends up with 2 of them. Farley now has 5 interceptions on the year, 4 of which have come in the last 3 weeks. 28-14 your final. It wasn't pretty, but the Titans ultimately win the game. The Buccaneers tried to have Ryan Tannehill win it for them today, and as we know, Ryan Tannehill's not the guy who's going to win you football games on his own. The Buccaneers ran the ball 11 times, and they threw it like 52 times or something like that. That's inexcusable play calling by the Buccaneer offense, and Ryan Tannehill did not play well. He had 4 interceptions, including a couple that were dropped as well. Malik Willis was fine. He wasn't bad. He wasn't good either. He did make some bad throws, but the pass blocking was also a train wreck. The run blocking was also bad, but we still ran it well because we had 3 outstanding running backs. Mike Evans, very good in the receiving game today. Chris Godwin, not so much because Cardell Simpson is him. Vita Vea, 2.5 sacks, 1.5 for Barrett, and then 4 interceptions. 2 for Fairley, 1 for Simpson, 1 for Kevin Byard, and then Nick Brown had 1 for the Buccaneers. We do have a new injury, unfortunately. One of our main special teamers, Nick Scott, dislocated his elbow. He'll miss the next 3 games. Here are your Week 11 scores. Unfortunately, the Rams win. That's not good news for our draft pick. Players of the week, we've got Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, Alexander Johnson, and then look at AFC defense. The rookie, Cardell Simpson, wins the Defensive Player of the Week, and it is very well deserved. This was Simpson's first full week playing on the outside from start to finish, and he shut down Chris Godwin, not to mention he had an awesome pick six. He's too good to keep off the field at this point. He's going to be an every snap player on the outside going forward because, quite frankly, he has been our best corner this year. Farley, Fulton, and McCreary have all had their bad moments. Simpson is not. He has been rock solid, and he's a full-time starter going forward. So that'll wrap up the episode. I think next time we're probably going to have a prospect profile as well as our Week 12 matchup against the Colts. That's a big-time interdivision game on prime time. Pretty sure Monday night. That'll wrap up the episode. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Peace out. Tighten up.